Hi everybody, I hope you're keeping well, keeping those heads up. I am a minute early, but that's okay. I just want to make sure that I've got things going okay. Now, if you happen to arrive and are watching my live, that would be great. Keeping those heads up. And if you're able to let me know, that would be fantastic. I am a minute early. Okay, I'm going to get started. 10 a.m. What I'm doing today is just random stamping. So you can use any stamping image that you like. I have chosen to use the stamps from yesterday and today Cardmaking, which we have here. There's a flower, leaves, a bird. They're the three that I'm using. We have some little sentiments with heartfelt sympathy or with love, sending strength and prayers. A nice little key, a few other little bits and pieces there that look rather sweet. Okay, I'll put that to one side. And as you can see here, I've actually already started. All right, that was mainly just to speed up the process a little bit. And all you do is take your stamp on your block, ink it up, wipe around the edges, always wiping around the edges. Send me a hi if you're there so that I know that you're who we've got. All right, and we just stamp. So we're filling up the spaces. I've already done a couple of birds, but I might add another one. So have you all got your inks and your stamps of choice? Have you got your cardstock? And are you following along with me? It doesn't matter what the stamp is, anything of your choice. I just prefer to pick something that has got sort of an open area in the stamp so that you can colour, because we're going to be doing some colouring as well with either markers or watercolour pencils, or just you could even use watercolour paint as well. So there's a number of different choices. So I'm just random. It's not doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to be using this once we've finished to then create, where am I going to stamp this? To then create something else. So it's not just going to be for a pretty page. Well, it is, sort of, can be. But we will be cutting this up. So if you can bear to cut up your artwork, that'd be great. Has anybody got anything planned for today? Hello, Joanne. How are you? Bit cold today, isn't it? At least it is down here in Sunbury. I almost tempted to put the heater on. Oops, he's upside down. But it doesn't matter. More birdies. And I think that's probably pretty good. So when we've finished all of this, what you can do is get your markers out and start colouring. And I'll give you some time with that. It'll be a bit of homework for you. because then we're going to come back again, hopefully tomorrow, that's my plan, and we can start to use our coloured paper. So I've just stamped that. I'm pretty happy with that. That'll work fine, I think, for my purposes. You've got overcast weather and chilly. Yes, we've got a lot of cloud, but there is a bit of sunshine trying to stream through at the moment, Joanne, down here. So is there anybody else watching? Ooh, let yourself be known. Okay. Are you stamping along with us, Joanne? That would be great if you were. Now, I've finished this page. I'm going to put it to one side because I have something that I prepared yesterday. I'm going to now turn my Versamark over because I don't want the spongy side, which is perfect for stamping, but not so perfect for colouring. We don't want to punch a hole through our paper, do we? Now, the colours that I've used here, so we've got the purple, we've got a green, and we've got here a grey-brown. I don't know how well that's standing out for you because the stamps, of course, were black. And what these are the Spectrum Noir Tri-Blend. So they actually have 3 shades in the one. So we have light, medium, and dark. And we have the light here, we have the medium here, and then we have the dark at the other end. The stamp that I have selected has actually already got shading. So I use that shading to determine what shade of the green for the leaves that I will be using. Okay, so pretty much where it's an open area, so we can see, I'll just pick, say here, it's open and white. That will be where I do my light shading. I actually do cover the whole lot, but that will be left light once I've finished. So, oh, we've got a little bit of a squeak going on there. Hi, Pauline and Abby and Emily. Fantastic. That is great. Did you get your stamps sorted? Have you got your paper sorted? I hope you have. You can re-watch this. I will be saving it. So at the moment, I'm using the light shade. And this is light green blend. And then I'm going to move to the mid. So here I've got some light shading on this stamp. So that is going to be my medium, my mid shade for the green. And you don't have to be completely precise. All right. These are handmade. And then I've got my dark. So the dark is going in where the darker shading for this particular stamp is showing. And once I've done that, I will just go back over the whole lot again with the light, which is particularly good if you're wanting to blend colours so that you don't see a distinct line between the shades when you're colouring in. So there's another leaf done, and now I'm doing the same with the purple blend. So I've got the purple blend and I have my light, my medium and my dark. So with the light, make sure, yes, I'm going to go over the whole flower and colour all of it in. You don't need to follow around precisely on this particular stamped image because I'm doing the whole lot. So once I've coloured this one in, you'll see the different shading. Now, see, I went outside the line then, but I'm not going to worry. And then the medium, is where I do the medium little lines. There's little shading stamped. So I'm following that. That's for this particular stamp set. So if you've got images that have these types of shading, it kind of lets you know where to colour anyway. So I'll do that. This time I am staying within the lines of the different sections of the plant, mainly because I don't want to cover up the light. There we go. And now I'm going to use the dark. And you guessed it, that goes where the darker shading on the stamped image is. All in here and around. So I hope you can see what I'm doing. Little lines, and it doesn't need it to be precise. Okay, and then I'm just going to take the light end again, and I'm just going to go over the whole lot, so that if there was any overlap, it just helps blend it through. We go like this. So if you didn't get in on the beginning and didn't hear, we're actually going to be using these coloured images. And now for the bird, my bird, I've got a brown grey blend, and again, tri-blend. So we have the light, the medium and the dark. So we start with the light, and I'm just going to pick this bird down here, and I go over the whole bird with the light background. So is everybody joining in with their stamping? And then I'm going to go with the medium. And I just want to do little dashes. Give a little bit of depth. And then I go with the dark, where I want to put a bit of shading around edges. On the body, maybe the underside of the body is going to be a bit darker normally because the light's not reflecting. And then I take the light end and I just blend it all back in. So you've got no distinct lines as such. You can do this with other markers. You can pick your 3 colours or your 2 colours. You always start with the lightest and build up to the darkest. And then you can get blending pens as well. But sometimes they can reduce the colour, which you don't always want to do. Alright, so I'm not too sure how well you can actually see that. Where I've got the shading in the flower, the leaves. So I'm going to be colouring the whole page. I'm going to be colouring all of the images on this page. And then when we come back tomorrow, I'm going to, we're going to cut it up. So tomorrow, you're going to need your trimmer. You're going to need some card bases, okay? If you haven't got any card bases, then you can cut some white daisy cardstock, 5 and a, or whatever size card base you've got or likely to have. Our standard card base, the cards that we sell, 5.5 by 4.25. So the actual open base is 5.5 by 8.5, and then of course crease down the centre. So I will be making a card topper for a 5.5 by 4.25 card. So we will make some cards after when we come back tomorrow. So if you're happy to do some homework today, maybe once you've stamped your images, you can then colour them and come back tomorrow for more information on making a card out of the paper. For those of you that are interested in scrapbooking, there will also be a scrapbooking page using this paper, and that will be shown at a later date. So hopefully that'll be shown on Thursday. Now, I'm going to leave you to it so that you can get on with your stamping and your colouring, and then we can join back in again tomorrow to do some cutting and make a card. Short and sweet, I hope, and I will catch you another time. Thank you, Joanne. I think the whole page is going to look fantastic once it's done, the whole sheet, and then we can make something with it. So you just pick whatever stamped image you want, you pick whatever colours you want, and then we'll go from there. Okay? Have a great day, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.